Good afternoon, everybody. This is Amaku. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Amaku Fruitarian. I wanted to make a quick video about the theme of this video is intent versus surrender, but I want to apply it to raw vegan and fruitarian lifestyles. So here's the thing, and again, I want to make this quick because, we all got things to do. I'm a New Yorker. I get it. Here's the thing. A lot of people are on the fence when it comes, and on the fence is better than the people who are anti the lifestyle, but it's still not good. So there's people obviously who say raw vegan lifestyle, fruitarian lifestyle is gonna be problematic for people, nutritionally, whatever. It's a problematic lifestyle to live. And then there are those who are on the fence who say, oh, it just doesn't work for everybody. Everybody's body is different. Okay, correct. Everyone's body is different. However, unlike a lot of people, I'm not going to be on the fence because it's a really uncomfortable place to be. I don't know if you ever actually sat on an actual fence, like on top of a fence, and gravity wants to either pull you back or forward and your butt hurts because the thing digging into you. Being on a fence is not a comfortable place to be. So my advice, aside from the topic of the video, I'm just going to veer off a little bit, is to figure out what you believe in, what feels right for you, what just seems true for you, and have a conviction about it. Okay. So for me, I'm really passionate about, the fruitarian lifestyle. I believe that, it's a very spiritual, lifestyle to live, because you're really connecting with the earth. You're allowing plant consciousness to endow you with certain kind of divinity, because, those of you who may not believe in a creator being, but he created plants. They're perfect. They're perfect. We are not. Only because that was our choice, but that's a different, story altogether. But intent versus surrender is the theme of the video, because when you're approaching a particular lifestyle, fruitarian lifestyle, raw vegan, you want to observe how you do it, because when you stumble or you fail and you want to blame the object that you were trying to move towards, the goal, then you're doing the wrong thing. A lot of people, who are on the fence, say that, it just doesn't work for everybody, the fruitarian lifestyle, raw vegan lifestyle. I disagree. I believe that even though our bodies have adapted in different ways, eventually we all can live raw plant-based lifestyles. It might be more uncomfortable for some people initially, but we can all do that because that's our physiology. That's how our physiology was made to be. We are frugivores. Check our teeth. We're frugivores, right? So the people who, for example, I just want to get right into it. The people who stumble or, fail, I don't believe in failure. You can always get back. But people who feel like they fail or who stumble in this lifestyle and then they hate the lifestyle or the goal because they did fall, or fail or stumble. I would ask them, what was your intent? Or was there intent? Because some people just become fruitarians or raw vegans. I just became, and how does that work? I just want to explain to you how that works. So when you have goals that are in your consciousness, you have goals. The ego mind, even if the ego mind is doing things that are in opposition to those goals, because the ego mind is different animal than the conscious mind is different animal than the subconscious mind and also the spirit. When you're doing things that are moving in the other direction, at a certain point in time, because you have these particular goals, whether it's to be more compassionate, to be more connected to all things, whatever the goals are, at a certain point in time, I feel like you're gonna make a shift, because your consciousness is saying, these are my goals here, and with my food, what I'm eating is in direct opposition to these goals I want to achieve. So at a certain point in time, some of us, this light switch comes on, and it's like, this is the lifestyle I want to live. I want to start eating raw fruits and vegetables. Okay, that's surrender, because you're flowing towards certain goals, and then when it comes to what you eat and how you, the whole lifestyle, a shift happens. Happens. Okay, but then there are those who go in with intent. And they're like, I'm going to be raw vegan. I'm going to be fruitarian because I want to lose weight, because I want to heal my body from disease, because I want to do this. I have this goal. I have this expectation. I have this intent. That's fine, actually. That is fine. But I want you to understand that that's the ego mind, the conscious mind, which is not the most wise part of ourselves. It's a part of ourselves, and we need those things, you know. With the ego mind and with intent, you buy a book, you read it, you learn things. But there's higher wisdoms, and there's intuition, and there's insights, and we must value that too. So when you go in with intent and of, you know, an expectation of this is going to happen, this is what I want to do, you might stumble, because that's the ego mind. The ego mind is about pushing you towards a certain something. But have you ever tried pushing yourself? Have you ever tried pushing yourself down the street? You might stumble. You might stumble, okay? But flowing and moving towards something is a different animal altogether, different story altogether. So those who have failed at the raw vegan lifestyle, fruitarian lifestyle, is it really because of nutrients and blood work and protein or whatever? Or is it because you decided that being a raw foodist meant being perfect? Let me just tell you why I'm even doing this video. I'm in an eating psychology program, and the founder of the program, Mark David, talks about how he converted a raw vegan to eating animals again, and she started to feel better. Why was that? This woman decided that being 100% raw was equivalent to being perfect. And who among us is perfect? And who among us is going to be perfect? Do you see the problem? Was it the food? No. It was it was what the food represented and our connection with the food. This is supposed to represent me being perfect. And because that's just not going to happen, perfection, obviously the food was a symbolic thing that had a negative effect on a psyche. So you see a salad, this woman would see a salad or see raw fruits, and it's perfection is the theme. And so for me, if you came to me as a nutritional consultant, as a wellness practitioner, and I know that, I'm not going to have you eating chicken and dead animals and dairy again because that's better, because your blood work is this and that. No, we're going to kill that idea that you need to be perfect. And then you can go on eating your raw food, because once you release that idea that eating raw foods means perfection, or eating raw foods meaning being the perfect weight, what does the perfect weight mean? Or eating raw foods means this or that. Once you release those ideas, those toxic beliefs, that you're eating this food and trying to accomplish these goals that aren't pure or aren't sound or whatever, then the food doesn't become an issue anymore. So I just wanted to make this video to have people understand this between intent and surrender. If you go in eating a raw vegan lifestyle, fruitarian lifestyle, saying this is what I want to happen, this is what my expectations are, and they're not met and it doesn't happen the way it happens, it's not the food. It was you and your perceptions and your beliefs that may have been toxic, okay? And not to say, let me just, add to the fact that it's not wrong to be like, I want to, go to our foods because I want to drop 100 pounds, or I want to heal this health condition. Just so long as you begin to surrender to the process and surrender to what plant consciousness is doing to you, you'll be fine. You can go in to this lifestyle and eating this way because you have health issues, and I recommend it, but you still must surrender. So even if there is intent, strong goals in the beginning, you have to surrender to the process. Because if you don't surrender to the process, you might stumble, you might fail, and then you blame the food, whereas it really wasn't anything to do with the food. It was you. So I just wanted to make that video so that you guys can understand that concept. Really examine your goals when it comes to eating raw foods, eating fruitarian, your fruit-based raw vegan diet, if that's what you're doing. What is my goal? Why am I doing it? How did I come to do it? And then you can really have a better view of the whole picture. Why maybe it's not working for you, why it is working for you. Look at your intent. Look at how you came to it. Did you go in with this strong ego-centered mind, or did you just surrender? And again, even if you do go in with a strong ego-centered mind, you have to surrender at a certain point, and everything will flow. Everything is going to flow from there. It won't be a challenge. It's going to be natural once you learn to surrender. That's it for today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope you guys found this to be helpful, and just let me know your thoughts about this concept. Is it something that you learned along your journey too? Because that's something I definitely learned. All right. Thanks. Bye.